Alrighty, we are back here again with Dr. Ali. Shifting gears now, though, to another common New Year's resolution. I know a lot of people trying to cut alcohol. They're getting into dry January. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, dry January has been around since 1942.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
back when Finland was fighting the Soviet Union, they actually used January, the beginning of the year, to try to sober up so they can try to get more energy and more pep in their fight against the Soviet Union.
Wow.
So this has been around for a long time, and I think it's good. It's a good way to understand your relationship with alcohol.
Right.
You know, a lot of people after the holidays, they come and they say, well, we drank a lot, and then I'm going to just... why it's so successful is that for people who are, you know, worried about, oh, I'm cutting this cold turkey forever, it's like a break where they're not cutting it out altogether, but they're trying to moderate by saying, okay, this month I'll cut it out and I'll see what happens. And actually the studies show that it does help. Now, before we didn't really know if cutting alcohol for a brief period of time made a difference.
Right.
But now, last Wednesday, the New England Journal of Medicine actually released a study that just came out on alcohol and the risk of esophageal cancer. And they looked at specifically those who cut alcohol not forever, but for a short period of time. Now we're talking about years, not only a month.
Right.
So those who cut alcohol for about, 9 years or less, they cut the risk of esophageal cancer by up to 34%.
Wow.
Those who, did it for 20 years, but who were heavy drinkers before, they cut the risk by 55% of cancer. So that shows us that even cutting alcohol for a short period of time, even if you had so much alcohol in the past, you can still make an improvement in your risk factors for other things.
I mean, those numbers are significant. Now, there's something going around, people are calling it damp January, where they're just significantly cutting back.
Right.
That has its benefits as well.
It does, because, just knowing how much you're drinking, paying attention about your alcohol intake. A lot of people in the United Kingdom noticed this in, just a couple of years ago, that during this month, a lot of people get plugged into alcohol detox programs because then they start to realize, hey, I think I am dependent on this. I think this is taking over parts of my life. So it helps to kind of step back and look at things. So I think even cutting down just by a little bit, because you're paying attention more, it actually helps people understand their relationship with alcohol. So that's what I think this is a great initiative. And I think people should do this with almost any kind of, addiction, whether it's sugar, whether it's, watching TV and not moving around. I think stepping back and looking or cutting down or paying attention to your intake or what you do is super important.
So about 30 seconds here. Any advice for people giving this a try who might think it's a little bit of a daunting task?
Yeah, so I mean, people who are using alcohol for a long time, who have a dependence of it, a dependence on it, I think cutting it cold turkey is very difficult. Doing the moderation, or as you say, the damp January is a good way to start, and have your friends, your relatives gonna help you, kind of encourage you. And again, if you need help, seek your doctor. Try to get plugged into an alcohol detox program if you notice that your relationship with alcohol is unhealthy.
All right, well, Dr. Ali, thank you so much for discussing these common resolutions with us. Sleep, dry January. We will sure to keep this in mind and keep you posted come February.
Thank you.
We'll have all the details on our website, WTNH.com. We'll be right back.